Hello, welcome to Highlights with Delicia, and I am Delicia. Today we have a concerned mother who has a problem with this serial data or serial dating son. Let's get into it. My son is 28 and has introduced us to three girls in the past 2 years. Three girls. Concerned mother. Besides the introduction to these girls, we also see different women live in our yard from time to time as my son lives in the back room. How? Son, what are you doing? You want to give your parents a heart attack, especially the mother. Let's continue. My husband, my son's stepdad, or my husband, which is my son's stepdad, said it was time for my son to leave the nest, meaning to move out. He has a good job that pays well, and it is time for me to let him go. Yes, the constant movement of different women in our yard doesn't sit well with me either. My son has wanted to move out for years, but I have always said no. How, mother? Who? He is my only child, and I had him when I was 16. I'm not ready to let him go. What? It just keeps getting worse with each line. I don't know if you've watched one of in the past, like I usually say this in some videos, that with like how a mama's boy is made is usually the mother who has one child, which is a son. That's how usually a mama's boy is made. So the mother clings to that child to a point that they think that their son is their husband. You see, they cling too much. Their attachment, it misses a point of a mother and son. Like, this is my child. I need to give him a mother. It gets past that point to a point where when another person, another woman comes into their life, it's an issue. Usually the girlfriend or the wife of the son, it's an issue. And I must confess, even myself, that this is my first time ever hearing a mother herself admitting to this. If you do watch TV, I don't know if this year the show is still there, I don't know, but there's this show on TLC called I Love a Mama's Boy. Now, that show is crazy. If you think you've seen a mama's boy, go check it out. Okay, so the mother is a problem. Usually, when you see guys who are problematic or Peter Pan's mama's boy, they were made to be like that by the mother. So they fail to grow because the mother's always interfering in their business, in their decision making. They end up not even making the right decisions. At some point, it's because they want to please their mother. So they're living for their mother, basically. And it's so refreshing to hear this mother saying that she just cannot let him go. It's my only child, what, like the most common thing. And she had him when she was 16. What does age has to do with letting him go and letting him go be a man out there? That one, it doesn't make sense. But the part where she's solely and genuinely concerned about, like, he doesn't like the fact that he keeps on changing women, and besides the one he introduced to them, there are other ones that they see them living, through the vaginals. That one is an honest concern, a healthy one that expresses love and care. You know, you don't do that. You don't be out here changing partners. Like, I don't know what you're changing, but it's not it. It's just not given. You don't do that. And the father, it's been realistic when he says it's up time he moves out. I mean, he's old, 28, he's already old, and he can be out there to start his own life. He's working. All right, let's continue. While I hear where my husband is coming from, I feel it's better when he still lives at home because I can still see him and be sure that he is fine. Mama, sure. You see, the moment, okay, let's talk women to women, ladies to ladies, mothers to mothers. You see, when I believe that the moment you give birth to a child, when they leave your body, they are no longer part. When they're in your body, when they're still inside your tummy, your stomach, your womb, they're still part of you, right? They're part of you, and you have you have all the whatever it is to control them, to do whatever that you want because they are part of you, they're in you. But the moment they leave your body, they are no longer part of you. They have their own life, they're living for themselves, they're an individual of their own. So this level of control that you still want to have, it's over the moment you push them out of your body. They have to live a life of their own, and their life of their own sometimes might not please you because they will have different desires from yours. They will make decisions that suit them, but you might not like them as a mother. That's what you need to accept, that it's not you. They're not living for you, they're living for themselves. So this mother who wants to always cling on him, it's just ruining things for him. How is he even gonna grow up? He's the one who's spoiling him and ultimately ruining him. He has struggled with his mental health in the past, and this makes me anxious whenever I think of him being all by himself. I wonder what are these mental health issues. I wonder. And sometimes this mental health, mommy, you might find that you're the one who's contributing towards them because you're always there. You're not giving him chance to have his own space. As a person, as an individual, you need to find your sense of identity in this world. Besides your family being what, doing what, you need your identity. Me, as me, Delisha, I need to have my own identity. And it's an individual identity. I do not have to relate to someone when it comes to my identity. It's my identity. I need to know me for me, get to know how I can express myself. So imagine when your parent is always there, even to a point where they need to teach you how to express yourself. They be like, don't do this, do it like that, do this. Come on now. Sometimes you might find that you're an introvert and they want you to partake in activities that are well suited for extrovert. You see, that's not you. Like they're making you to step out of your being. It's not good at all. It's frustrating. I don't know what these mental health issues were, but we do contribute as people. I know my husband loves my son and they have a good relationship, but I do not agree with him about my boy going to live alone. Oh, my boy, my boy. He says he needs his independence, but I am afraid. It is time to cut the umbilical cord. It has long been cut. What do you mean it's time to cut it? Mummies with one child, how have you navigated life as an empty nester? Regardless of what I'm saying, that she's spoiling this child to a point where he can't do better by himself. I think I also understand where she's coming from, honestly speaking. I understand where like I'm just putting myself in her shoes and trying to look at things from a perspective. I could only imagine having one child as a mother, and you feel like it's your full responsibility to look after them. You can't afford to, and if you lose them, stand deal. I think I understand where she's coming from, but she also needs to trust her abilities, that she raised this child well, that he will be able to stand by himself in out there in the world. He'll be able to protect himself because honestly, mother, you won't always be there. That's the thing. You won't always be there. So you need to trust him and trust yourself that things will go well. But if you do not, just put yourself in a position where you face your fears. Let me just leave it at that. Otherwise, please let me know if you've as you're a single, or rather you have one child, or you know someone with one child, how did they behave, how did the child turn out and whatnot. And also the part where you deal with someone who's a serial dater, they keep on introducing partners at home. Ladies, do not get excited when your partner introduce you to their parents. Their family, they're used to that, you know, it's not like a thing, you know. Better this mother is responsible, who says that she doesn't want to deal with this many girlfriends anymore. But for you, do not get so excited being introduced to the parents at home. Otherwise, let me leave it there. Until then, let me love and leave you.